video 1, disabled travel, and because we are about to go on a
12 hours?
12-hour road trip.
What?
I thought you said winning. What? We are about to go on a 12-hour road trip to Florida, so there will be lots more and traveling with disability videos. So I asked on my Instagram story the other day, what are some questions that you guys have regarding disability and travel? And today, we are going to...
And she asked how traveling in cars and hotels might be different to make them accessible.
Yeah, so that's the question we'll be answering today. And if you have questions, go follow my Instagram because that's where I pull and places for you to ask questions. However, the number one thing for me, and then I'll talk about other accessibility options, is orthopedic pain. I have lots of it. I mean, my back, my hips, what else?
How's your shoulder?
Yeah,
What else? Your back and hips mostly, right?
Yeah. So traveling for a short period of time is a normal person, but long period of time is really what lifts me. I've been out of the car and on my robot that haven't been oiled because I am so sick. So how do I address that problem with someone with PP? Well, we lit up a lot, if possible.
You mean stop and
Yeah.
little stops? Like we stop for gas.
Yeah.
So instead of just having her sit in the car, while I'm pumping the gas, we'll kind of get you out, stand you up, and that just a couple of minutes makes a difference, right?
Yeah. Sometimes in the water, sometimes not in the water. That's up to you. Or I move. You know, I hit my bottom over to the other side, and I try not to lean, even though I do lean.
Try not to lean, yeah.
Yeah, leaning is a big deal. Leaning is what lifts me every time. And also, I know that when I get there, I need to walk, because if I don't, the pain will continue. Or lay on the floor, or the bed, or anywhere.
Anything but sitting.
Anything but sitting is what I'll do. Basically what happens is my hip box up. As for hotel accommodation.
Oh, can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Because I think when some trips we've done, after an hour or two, we take your seat and recline it back a little bit. That just changes the angle a little bit.
We have?
Yeah, it's been a while. We used to do that more.
Yeah.
But that's a thought, because then it just gives you a little different position for a little while.
Another tip that I had no idea we did.
Great tip from Dad.
Dad, I mean,
Genius.
Put a heat bubble up here.
Light bulb. You can add a light bulb in your creative suite.
I mean, as for accessibility, oh man, your dad and I have a funny story for healing accessibility. But as for physical accessibility, hotel rooms tend to have bigger bathrooms. I bet that's what you want.
Yeah, like walk-in showers and wide doorways, if you get an accessible room. So generally those are pretty good.
So if you want a accessible room, you have to admit it, because my normal room, we never adapted that. we have. But like, for someone in a wheelchair, I would recommend meeting the accessible room.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, don't not did it. Unless you really want to modify. But before we hey, oh, and I want to talk about other accessible people in the hotel room because I have a funny story. Hold up right here. Hold the doorbell on the door. What? So people, so you want to tell
I can't remember what happened. I remember it became a complete freak out, but it was a hearing accessible room.
So people who are deaf.
So if you're deaf and you can't hear the knock on the door, wasn't it also something to do with an alarm? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But there was a button outside our door. Did I push it?
You did.
Oops. I thought it was a doorbell. But it was like...
It was a fire alarm.
It was like a fire alarm.
That had lights.
And lights flashed in the room.
And
it was so loud. Anna just completely melted down.
I was in the room by myself. You and Mom went from a pool.
Oh wait, did I not push the button then, or did somebody else do it?
You did.
Oh, I did it. Okay.
Yeah.
When we were coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably was like ringing the doorbell just to play with Anna.
Yeah.
And it just the whole thing exploded.
So they do
So
have.
it was not good.
They do have a more hearing room with a doorbell that are apparently not fire alarm.
Yeah.
To this day, I will not stay in a room with a doorbell because I almost went to UVA a minute in my head.
What?
UVA.
UVA.
UVA. Will I tell you about?
University of Virginia.
Yeah. No, Florida.
Oh, UGA. Yeah, University of Georgia.
And I remember telling Teddy, do not push the doorbell. You had put.
Oh, it was one of those rooms.
And then heard that one, and of course we all could know what a blind room looks like. Every hotel has braille on.
Oh, yeah.
On elevator, door, hang, all that stuff. No, how traveling in car and hotel are different, and of course the wheelchair accessible van too. For people that don't met, for people who don't can't get out of their wheelchair.
And if you want the person you're with who has disability to get more exercise, you just talk to the front desk really quietly when they're not listening and say, give me a room that's way down at the end of a hall. And that way she has to walk all the way down, all the way back every time we go to the elevator.
Is that what you do?
Oh no, I would never do that. That would be terrible. I would never do that.
No. And of course, hotel has to make your service option because that is a ADA law. And that is an emotional support law because emotional support laws are not meant in public action.
Right.
So
you can't always take them, right? Yeah.
Emotional support, you're gonna have to pay the pet fee. But for mobility support law, you can bring them anywhere.
Without a fee.
Without pet fee. Because they cannot call.
And I think I read somewhere they can't demand you provide a certificate or something like that, right?
Yeah, you don't have to put a vest on. You don't have to provide any documentation. And if you have documentation, here's the law is a safe service dog.
It's a what?
Safe service dog.
Fake?
That's how you. No, I'm serious. That's minimally a tip that other borders that I want.
You mean if you get an animal that comes with that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, it's probably not even real?
Right.
All right.
So,
Because there isn't anything.
right.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to butt somebody's butt off, hey, Amazon, and they have paperwork,
For a
that's
fake service
how
dog?
you know.
Okay.
So I hope this video helped. If you have more questions, leave them down here or head over to my Instagram, which will be at the end of this video, and leave them there. Also, before I met knowing, thank you for 322 subscribers.
322, that's pretty
That
good.
is amazing. And make sure you follow my other social media to see but when I'm not recording videos. Because on Saturday I will be posting a picture and asking for questions for my parents and my siblings about having a disabled family member. That video coming up not this week, but the week after. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Bye.